Up ahead. Looks like there's a survivor.
Who goes there?
No head. She has no head.
I believe that repulsive tentacle orb is her head.
And I can hear you with it.
Are you the only survivor?
Clearly not. Who are you, meat sacks?
We're here for Foom.
Forget what I said. Yeah, I'm the only survivor. Or will be.
I take it you know where we can find him?
Sure. Digesting my men back at his roost. Big Eye's obelisk sticking out of the Caldera's frozen sea.
Don't worry, we'll take care of Foom.
Sure you will, Terran. Just don't come running back here when he chases you. I've still got some things to pack up.
Sorry about your men.
Dead men collect no paychecks. Speaking of, aren't you the Mad Titan's daughter?
What of it?
Relax, I'm not looking for trouble. There was a time I'd have taken you in for the bounty.
There was a time I'd have killed you for trying.
Yeah, seems we've both got bigger problems right now.
Seems like.
You gonna be okay?
I don't need your pity, Terran. I'll head back to Contraxia and lick my wounds.
Ooh, hey, you may not want to do that. Contraxia isn't exactly safe right now.
When is it ever?
Seriously, maybe you should just come with us.
I've been embarrassed enough today without taking help from a stranger. I can look after myself.
Well, if you hear people talking about a promise or the matriarch, just steer clear.
I'll keep that in mind.
Don't take this the wrong way, but how did you survive the attack?
I wasn't hiding, if that's what you mean.
It wasn't.
I was getting supplies from our ship. Showed up just in time to see Foom devour the last of my men and fly off.
At least there's not much left to pack up.
Suppose there's that.
Hey, we're lucky we dragged our heels. If we'd been here, we would have been torched like the rest of these Sims.
Perhaps had we arrived sooner, we would have been able to save them.
Are you kidding? Look at this place. They clearly got caught with their pants down. It was over before it started.
Any advice on taking down Foom?
Yeah, don't try.
That bad?
My men barely scratched his armor.
Great. He has armor.
You better have some serious firepower if you're gonna take on the King of the Ice Planet.
Finders keepers.
Hey, you better not be taking anything valuable, you little weasel.
Relax! Everything good's already been burnt to a crisp. Woo, except this. Any of you corpses mind if I help myself to your stuff? No? Well, thank you.
May as well put it to good use, right?
They ain't using it. Here's hoping we do better against Foom than this lot.
Big ice thingy on the frozen sea, eh? You said it, buddy. Sure is a long way down. Marker?
This one is unclaimed. No doubt it belonged to one of these corpses.
Guess they never got the chance to plan it.
I've appropriated it for our own use, to herald our bravery this day. Shall mark our ultimate conquest, or our glorious defeat.
Foom may be bad news, but he's nothing compared to the fight that comes next.
And it shall mark our penultimate conquest.
One conquest at a time. All right, people. Let's catch us a dragon.
Yes, we grow ever closer to our great destiny.
You're awful chipper, considering Foom obliterated that camp like it was nothing.
We are not nothing.
I'm with Drax. No mountain too high, no valley too low.
Literally. In the case of this place.
Too bad that camp didn't have nothing useful, like a can of anti-foam spray.
Perhaps a copy of Fighting Fin Fang Foom Volume 3, Dragon Slaying Techniques and Strategies.
Somebody actually wrote that?
No! I invented an imaginary book with an exceptionally verbose title in order to create levity.
Excellent levity, Drax.
Thank you.
I'm getting too old for this.
How old are you?
Old enough.
You won't say? That old?
No, that young. I was grown, remember? I ain't gonna brand myself with how many cycles I've been sucking down air.
The rodent is mentally much older than any of us,
Thank you.
and emotionally much younger.
Har har. So, what was up with old Bubblehead?
Seemed like an augment to me, some sort of amorphous biochemical appendage.
Imagine what she could do with all those hands.
Don't be gross.
What? I didn't mean it like that.
We've still got to patch up the Milano.
She'll be alright. I quill-proofed the underbelly after Seknarf. He's got a knack for wrecking stuff.
Don't we all?
Except maybe Groot.
Yeah. He must think we're a bunch of psychopaths.
Nah, he sees us as fertile soil he's cultivating into something beautiful. I am Groot. Oh, you did too, you big cheese ball.
Take heed! The ice is amplifying our velocity!
This is how I die! Have you lost your fucking mind?
Come on! If you forget it's incredibly dangerous, it's actually kind of fun!
Indeed! Let us meet our deaths with news!
Well, that takes care of the getting down part.
I don't even want to think about how we're gonna get back up. Or how we're gonna get Foom up there.
Look on the bright side. We may be dead.
Nonsense. We shall be victorious and our conquest will fill us with the vigor of 10.
Back on Earth, people would use dog sleds. A whole line of huskies pulling a sled across the ice.
Don't expect me to be the dog.
I was actually thinking of the Wendigo, and Foom is the sled.
That's the craziest idea I've ever heard.
Yeah. I love it.
Oh, I didn't think it could get any colder.
You know, it's days like these I'm glad I installed seat warmers in the Milano.
Up ahead, there's the ice obelisk.
This must be it, the frozen sea.
This is the perfect spot. Here we will challenge the great beast. Fin Fang Foom! Come and face your death!
What are you doing? We can't get the drop on him if he knows we're here.
Also, we're not killing him, remember?
Shout with me. Here we demonstrate our mettle!
Fin Fang Foom! Your end draws near!
Nope, not his end.
Quill, go!
Fin Fang Foom, it's nap time!
Rocket, it's your turn!
Did he just say my real name?
Rocket!
Fin Fang Foom! We're gonna decomboggle your flunking scut spigots! You hear me?
He hears you!
You scaly, overgrown Gordlesplode! You fessed lump of Satarkian shrub meat! You don't scare us!
It feels good, does it not?
Yeah! Yeah! It actually does!
Now we disrobe!
Yeah, we're not doing that. Any last Foom stories, Drax?
They say the great beast has one weakness.
You're telling us now.
It is said that Fin Fang Foom is helpless before the friendship of 5 brave warriors.
Aw, he's talking about us.
Certainly not. It is a band of Sakaran hunters.
Oh.
Ha! Of course it is us of whom I speak!
Groot's worried about the ice.
If it'll hold Foom, it'll hold us.
Maklu 4 is said to have a frozen core. Below the surface is layers upon layers of more ice.
Here, be ready for anything.
That is technically impossible. Prepare yourself, Fin Fang Foom. You face your final moments.
Not final. Capture, alive.
That is what I meant. His final moments before captivity.
Should we take his knives, just to be safe?
My blood thickens in anticipation of our great combat.
Gross.
Of course he means literally. It's Drax.
Naturally, Catathian anatomy is built for combat, down to the cellular level.
So, where is he?
Maybe we spooked him.
Impossible. Foom was born without fear.
You don't know that.
In the cold heart of a dying star.
Dying stars ain't cold.
This one was.
You think his lair's behind that?
Let's find out.
How are we supposed to capture that?
By beating him into submission.
We're gonna have to get through that ice armor first!
Prepare yourself. You face Captain Keaton. Today, we earn our place in Utah.
I think Travis is having fun!
He's taking a swing! He's friggin' huge!
The bigger they are, the harder they fall!
Look at those claws!
Look! He's stuck!
Look and look! Hellbender appreciates you going to all this trouble!
He's putting the prize so invincible after all! Yeah, bust up the other pieces! Let's strip this guy bare!
That's two!
You are the bane of ice, Peter Quill.
See? Bane of Ice isn't such a bad nickname!
He's taking a swing!
Quick! While he's stuck in the ice!
Nice, Boom! Easy, Boom!
Ain't nothing nice or easy about him! He's friggin' huge!
To be fair, you're
How do you
tiny!
like us now?
His opinion does not appear to have improved.
Want to go!
Watch the claws!
Watch the everything! Head on a swivel!
He is as great as the tales foretold.
Nice work, Peter!
Not so hot now, are you, Boom?
Bring it, you overgrown lizard!
Looks like he just bit! Run! That was too close!
Good thinking! Muscles! Get through the head! He thinks you two can refund that bomb right into Food's face!
What is next, Peter Quill? Now, Peter Quill, prime our attack!
I got all these toys I'm just dying to use! Bro! You okay, buddy?
Find your footing, Peter Quill!
Feel free to give up, Boom!
You'll love Lady Hellbender! Promise!
Is he talking to us or Boom? Rocket! Go wild! I can't believe we're fighting a dragon!
Believe it and shoot it! We definitely got his attention!
It is not his attention I crave! He means to crush us! Ah! His own might will be his undoing! Suppose we had some fool as I originally suggested.
No quarantine zone, no fine, no church!
Oh, come on! More fire!
Feel free to give up, Boom!
Yeah, play nice. We'll go easy on you. Just don't get your branches burned.
I can't believe we're fighting a dragon!
Leave it and shoot it. The ice isn't cracking you.
A critical blow for the Guardians of the Galaxy! The beast is stunned by our combined might!
Shut him down, Groot! Drax! Shut him down! Hope this makes you swear with Hellbender!
It's better! We need a favor!
Thought we lost you for a second! Rocket! Fireworks! Feel free to give up, Boom!
You'll love Lady Hellbender! Promise!
Let's hurry this up. I'm getting cold.
And you are not fighting hard enough, Rocket!
The ice isn't cracking, you big baby. Look out below!
This has got my name on it!
It will! Unleash me onto these fools!
Let loose, Rocket! I can't believe we're fighting a dragon!
It is a truly momentous battle! Take heed! The beast attacks!
Look! He's stuck!
Danger close, Rocket!
Do not hold back now!
Eat plasma, you overgrown lizard!
Hope this makes you swear with Hellbender!
You would do well to use her full title in her presence!
What's up, Chris? Everything!
Great advice, Gamora! The ice isn't cracking, you big baby!
it! Suppose we had sold Foom as I originally suggested.
No quarantine zone, no fines, no church.
Brace yourself!
Make like a tree and shake it off! Up you get, little buddy! Blow him up!
Come on, Foom! You'll like Sector 9!
Keep him off Groot and Russell!
I can't believe we're fighting a dragon!
Now, Peter Quill! Prime our attack!
Yes! Good work, everyone!
Quick! Kick him while he's down!
Feel free to give up, Boom!
Yeah, play nice and we'll go easy on you!
Whip him up, Drax!
He's the most desperate!
Yeah, and pissed!
And he's bound to get sloppy! Watch out for his... well, everything!
Rain advice, Gamora! We definitely got his attention!
And he's got ours!
One more time! Let's lock him out cold!
Doesn't look like he's gonna make it easy on us!
Beast is most dangerous when at its most desperate. We must not fail! We are ready!
Now, Peter! Give it all you've got!
Gotta fight fire with fire!
Yes! We stand triumphant! Foom has fallen.
Oh, hold on! No, wait, no! No! Lady Helmet! Drax, stop! Guys! Wait, guys, don't! Lady Hellbender, we want to...
Nobody escapes my wrath. Floorboard. Monster Queen of Seknarf 9, you said you'd hear him out. You promised.
Speak. I hope this is the one where you make a good speech.
We screwed up. We conned you. Robbed you. Killed your... baby. We can't take back what we've done. But we want to make it right.
Quill.
You murdered the Dragon Lord of Kakarantara! Ah!
This isn't you.
has finally brought the two of us together. Lord Foom.
The final harvest begins. Dead worlds, screaming across space. We must go. Now.
Someone needs to take a stand against the church. We could really use some help.
You pay one debt, then create another.
No, though I can kind of see...
Enough. I will gather my forces.
All right, let's go.
Yes! The noble Lady Hellbender shall fight alongside us this day. After we bested Foom the Invincible.
We found Drax's peanut butter and chocolate.
We're on the path to destiny, my friends.
I still can't believe we did it. We did do it, right?
We sure did, and we got Mantis back.
But we lost Warlock. We'll need him to exercise the Magus once we shut down that ritual.
So we bust him out of cult prison. I've done jailbreaks before, we all have.
You still tracking him?
Oh yeah, that thing ain't coming out easy.
Good. Then all we gotta do is get there on time and hope Lady Hellbender does too.
She will. I'm certain of it.
All right. Let's gear up, people. Tie up any loose ends. Take a pee if you have to, because we're not stopping again.
Hey, Quill. Let me borrow your tools. Why? I need to focus. Come on.
Do not drop that.
Mantis? What happened on the Mantis after we left? Last time we saw you, things looked dire.
It's a long story. We can talk about it after you do like Star Guy says and use the bathroom.
I don't need to.
All right, but don't say I didn't warn you in church Grandpa makes you do faith crunches.
Wait, Raker's gonna do what?
It depends. But at some point, someone says my name, and then there's a little bit of pee.
Great. I did not want to know that.
Oh yeah, little fuzzy. Maybe the little bit of pee is you.
Nope. Hey, Bug Lady. You see anything about this mission we should know about?
I don't see much. Or rather, I see too much. So many realities converging.
Does Lady Hellbender ever stand us up?
Only in a few versions. Usually when Star Guy does a bad speech. Oh, and also in one version where he grabs her butt. You're overwatering, Sir Groot.
Yeah, leave him alone. I tinker when I'm stressed, Groot waters, Gamora meditates, etc.
When I'm stressed, I concentrate real hard, and sometimes I can see the birth of the universe. First, there's only one reality, and then, bam, all reality.
That's kind of cool.
Gamora Zanhubri, you wish to practice hand-to-hand techniques.
It's still weird when you say my actual name.
I am getting used to it.
We've come a long way since Murderous Sorceress. Wasn't it what you were calling me back on my first mission with the team?
Yes. At first I believed you had bewitched Peter Quill. I could see no other reason he would hire an assassin for a protection contract.
Really? No other reason than magic?
You could also have seduced him. He lacks mental fortitude in the presence of women.
True.
If I remember right, he spent most of that protection contract flirting with the waitresses.
In retrospect, our team was eclectic on that first mission.
That's an understatement. Rocket seemed like the only one who knew what he was doing, and he did it in the most chaotic way possible.
What did he do with the detonation charges he found in the ventilation system?
If he hasn't used them yet, they'll probably be in a secret stash.
So the rodent does have a stash after all.
No, not like that.
What is it?
Your angle of attack was off. You have to go at it from the inside out, especially since Raker's body armor has inward folds.
Ah, a tactically sound observation.
I noticed it made a big difference when I had to assassinate a congregation of Badoon dignitaries. They were wearing so many layers.
So, how was it riding along with Lady Hellbender? She have you try on battle armor?
Oh, no. She's very respectful of other women's bodily autonomy. We just talked. She asked about you.
She better not have said anything about me reaching my big size.
No. You only turn into Big Fuzzy in one or two fringe realities.
What?
She wanted to know if you'd give her your bomb recipe, though. She said you did a job on her throne room.
Only if she pays for it.
I remember my first mission with this team. It was a disaster.
Weren't all of them disasters? It's become part of our brand.
True. They do not always go as planned. It may be unprofitable, but I cannot deny it is entertaining.
And hopefully, great galaxy-saving practice.
So, Bug Girl, how come you can understand Groot so well? You've only known him a few cycles.
Telenesin is a common language in some realities. The Jatauri don't always blow up Planet X.
I am Groot.
Yep. There's a dimension where I learned to speak it from a very aggressive compost vendor on Nowhere.
Groot loves compost.
there, Drax.
If I put my weight on my left foot, I have much better control over my right hook.
People always underestimate proper footing technique.
Focusing on the upper body alone is the mark of an amateur.
Exactly. Weight distribution is crucial, especially with melee weapons.
Morgoth's breath, you are correct!
Sir Groot, I gotta say, I don't know what you told the Katati Guardians at the cave entrance, but they were very cooperative when I came back with the villagers.
Wow! Okay.
Woo! Harsh words. Now I understand the fear in their branches. Spook them good. Aw, she says thank you for getting rid of Aiden Warsock. Apparently she likes me better.
Adam Warlock?
Yeah, him. She thinks I'm bleats. It translates weird.
Mantis! I've got so many questions.
I know, and I've got so many answers. Like, seize the means of production. Or, it's not just a rash. Or, yes, it is gluten-free.
Not the answers I was looking for, but I'm wondering about the questions.
What questions?
What happened on Lamentis after we left? You said some people would survive, but that doesn't fare super well for the others.
Many of the elders died. They didn't resist the invasion, but they would never accept the promise. It isn't their way.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Their sacrifice bought time for me and the Kotati to hide most of the others. They will emerge when the galaxy is saved.
So you were able to hide them in the caves. Hope you told them to stay away from the fog. How did you convince Lady Hellbender to meet us on Maklu 4? You weren't even with us when we decided to go.
Actually, convincing her to go after you wasn't hard at all. But convincing her to hear you out? Whew, that was tough. I had to get all creepy mystical and spook her with warnings about what would happen otherwise.
You told her about the end of the universe, and she believed you?
Oh, no, not at first. But when I brought up all her precious monsters dying, she came around. Couldn't take that chance with her babies, you know?
Well, I'm glad to have you with us.
Oh, good, because you're not always glad.
Why not?
Well, sometimes I'm your ex-wife.
What?
I think she's pulling your leg, Quill.
It only ever happens the one time, but it's so funny.
Good thinking. Get the watering sorted out before we go.
He looks so sad, swishing around in his robes.
What'd he say?
Groot wants to water the Grand Unifier.
Oh, right.
The soaked unifier?
The Grand Humidity!
Hey, Rocket. Working on something?
I'm always working on something.
You're not listening to my tunes?
No, you turned the music on.
Then can I have my player back?
Why? You already got music playing.
Right. So you don't need the player to focus anymore.
You might turn it off.
Yeah, but
What part of I need to focus don't you get, Quill?
what do you need to focus on so badly anyway?
Something that might give us a way to get through the Armada around Sacrosanct, just in case Lady Skullsuit doesn't show up in time.
Nice, what is it?
You'll see.
I don't know what it is, but this you really likes closing fridges.
Door keeps opening, so I close it.
But it's broken. I mean, it's always broken. It's a universal constant.
Huh, more you know.
Now that's a knife.
It is indeed a spectacular blade.
Drax! Hey, I was just...
There is no need to explain yourself, Peter Quill. Unlike the rodent, I do not mind when others are curious about my things.
It's a really cool blade.
With an equally impressive history.
You recognize it?
It belonged to Zatar the Unfinished, a great Catathian warrior king who led the first pilgrimage to Maklu-4.
Wait. So you're saying this is basically Excalibur?
I am unfamiliar with such a weapon.
It's a mythical sword belonging to a famous Earth King.
Then yes, I suppose you could say this is the Excalibur of my people. It is a symbol of a king and the great hunt he inspired for those seeking to regain a place in Ultath.
So, this great hunt thing seems like a bigger deal than I thought. Did we mess it up for everyone by capturing Fin Fang Foom?
What do you mean?
Well, its purpose is to regain entry into Catathian heaven and stuff, and now there's no Foom to, you know, send you there.
Peter Quill. There are many paths to Ultath. The pilgrimage to Maklu-4 is but one of them.
Right.
When Thanos murdered my family and destroyed my village, twice I chose the path of revenge. First, I raised a small army of Catathian warriors. Even outnumbered, we cut our way through the Chitauri line and challenged Thanos himself.
Wait. On Katath, you faced Thanos twice during the Galactic War?
Yes. But I was not strong enough the first time.
Strong enough to survive?
Thanos allowed me and a few others to live, to set an example. Defeated and humiliated, the surviving members of my squad chose to make the pilgrimage to Maklu-4. But I could not. I continued to walk the path of revenge. Until you helped me put the ghosts of Hovat and Kamaria to rest.
To be fair, I had a lot of help.
And yet you have given me a new purpose, Peter Quill. Seems my destiny was not in the mountains of Kakaranthara after all, but here, on this ship, with you.